Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This is going to be a quick little recap of Love after Lockup because nothing else is on TV. There is nothing else to review. And I'm like, I watched the show. I used to always review it. So I was like, I might as well do this today because I won't be back on camera until probably Monday. So I was like, I'll come on here for anybody who may be, sitting around chilling on this Christmas Eve and just feel like, having a conversation about some foolishness about the people out of prison looking for love in the wrong places. Okay. But again, happy, Merry Christmas Eve because tomorrow's Christmas. So Merry Christmas Eve to the people. Okay. This is the last minute, live notification. I know YouTube probably has not told many folks I am on here, but thank y'all for being around here. If y'all do not watch this show, it's okay because I'm gonna review it and tell y'all about the foolishness. I'm doing the last two episodes because I meant to do last week's episode and I didn't, and then the episode came on yesterday. Okay, so let's just get into this. I can't believe this show is into season 4. Now, why I say season 4, episode 31 and 32, this has to be season like 13, episode 18,565. There's so many episodes, and I just saw how life after Lockup will start in February. I'm like, y'all just people that's really in prison doing it, girl, I guess so. Prison is prison. We're going to leave that be. But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. Grab one button. Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, and that. Y'all know to subscribe. Y'all know to subscribe because y'all should want to be a subscriber to the foolishness. Okay. Do not forget to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, also on Twitter. And please like the video, comment in the comment section, and go ahead and share the video too. Okay. Now, I'm here. I'm trying to fix my braids because they're all over the place and get on. I'm trying to put on my hoodie because y'all know it's so cold in the D. We had a whole little winter storm, so I'm in my Winnie the Pooh, not my Winnie the Pooh. I'm in my Minnie Mouse onesie. So I just want to be presentable once I pop on camera. Okay. Hi, everybody. Look, it's Christmas time, and why not be just a little bit, like our ears, why not be just a little bit? Yes, girl, cover your boobs up. Okay, you're not talking to him. Cover the boobs. Anyway, how y'all doing? How was everyone's Christmas Eve going? Mine is going just fine. Girl, why did it look crooked? I want it to look the right way. Okay, boom. There we go. Okay. But hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I hope everybody doing okay. I'm ready for these people. Yeah, this season, I'm looking like, okay, they all are delusional. They're all delusional. in one way or the other. Happy holidays. Hi to the folks who are in the chats. Okay, the show is up the chain. Okay, hi. These women got to be crazy and real lonely because ain't no way around here. Okay, the show's still on. The show is still on with new people. Like the fact that the people who we got, initially, years ago, are no longer around here. And each season, they're getting more and more new people. And I was like, I guess people is always gonna be in prison because that's what they do. And I guess people want to be with them. I don't know. I don't really understand it. It's one thing to know someone before they go to prison that you want to kick it with once they in there, but I don't get not knowing someone and then saying, you know what, you a stranger, but I love you. And we should get married while you're in prison. That's different. Very, very different. Okay, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry, happy, and all those things. Okay, and I told y'all this is gonna be a quick little recap. We're not waiting the usual 10 minutes because again, I want to chill out. Okay, for the rest of the evening. Now again, this is Love After Lockup. This is season 4. Okay, episode 31 and 32. We got all new people around here. Okay, these are at least 6 of the new folk that we have. And I was like, and they all get out. They all get out. Okay, the 5 men and the 1 lady who were all in prison at one point, and now they're all out looking for love. Okay, now the first couple we're going to go into, and I'm doing this in order of the couples, like the whole couple story, okay? Because I want to be in order either way. Okay, now, first of all, 2 of these men, the man, the light-skinned man on the top row, okay, in the corner, and then the first man on the bottom row, for a quick second, I thought they were the same person. I was like, Lord, don't tell me somebody then pulled a Michael and got 2 women with 1 prisoner. I was confused. I was very, very confused. It was like, no. But I then realized, Jaylee, those are different black men. Okay. Those are different black, because I didn't really look at their picture. Okay. I was quickly looking. I'm like, wait, is that the same person? And I'm like, no, they're not. They're different. Okay. So first people up, we have Iris and Cameron. Iris is 31. Okay. She does data entry. Okay. Cameron is 30. He was in jail for trafficking and possession of marijuana. He did 2 years. Okay. First of all, I'm like, is he a blood? Anytime I see anybody with a red bandana type shirt, I just assume they are a gangbanger who are a blood, okay? Because I was like, that you can't just buy that shirt and say, you know what, I wanna wear a bandana shirt. Like regular folk, in my opinion, don't just wear bandana shirts, okay? Now Iris is a big cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, okay? Because her first thing she said was, I don't play by my man and my family. Okay, I cut a bitch head off and I won't care. I said, well, first of all, ma'am, that will get you to prison. Okay, you should not say things that will get you to prison. Okay, now Ari says her boyfriend Cameron is a big time rapper from Ohio. I said a big time rapper. He's a big time rapper from Ohio. Okay, she found his music on YouTube. She then slid into his Facebook messages or whatever. They started talking. Okay, and she found him attractive. Okay, I want to have your babies. Okay, I would do whatever it is you want me to do, Cameron, because you are so sexy. Is what she thought. He was very attractive, and she liked him. I said, oh, you don't say. I mean, right. It was a big time rapper for me. I was like, let me get back on screen. I was like, big time rapper. Girl, Minnie Mouse is a big time rapper. Okay, because she rap gifts around Christmas time. But I was like, he's a big time rapper? Really? Oh, my head is cold, y'all. It's so cold in here. You know what I'm saying? The heat is working, but it's just so windy and so cold. My scalp is all over this race. But again, back to them. she, you know what I'm saying, found that man, stalked that man, got that man's attention, and then said, "You my boyfriend. We go together." Okay. I said, that's fine. Now, she said when they were talking, he never told her that he was probably going to go to jail. She didn't know or whatever. And I said, well, most people don't tell folk they're on their way to prison because they want you to be there for them while they're in prison. Okay. But again, she said he was saying how, oh, I'm going to get like some probation or whatever. And then boom, he was in prison. Now, her daughter was with her. I'm not going to show her daughter. I'm like, I leave kids out of it. I try to. The daughter is like, I just, I want to get to know him because that's your boyfriend, mom. He's gonna be around us or whatever. I want to get to know him. And her daughter's like, her daughter like it's like 8. And then she's not like she's like a kid, okay? I don't ever understand why these women who have young daughters, like not even just young children in their lives, and they bring these strangers who they have never met in person around their young child. I don't get it. I don't. And Ira says how her daughter's father does not, repeat, he does not live in the States. So with the daughter and her father really communicate via WhatsApp. I'm like, not Facebook, not FaceTime, WhatsApp. What is WhatsApp? Isn't it just that's just a messaging app? Is that what folk use? Are they out the country? I don't know. Anyway, she said she wants her daughter have a father figure in her life, and she think that can be 30-year-old big time rapper / drug trafficker Cameron from Ohio. Ohio. And the daughter says, I just worried that my mama might not have enough time, for me and Cameron, and the time won't be, it won't be equal. Meaning, I don't want my mama to not spend time with me for this new man because I don't know him. I want my mama to be happy and have a boyfriend, okay? But still, I'm worried. Now, Aris said how she spent a whole lot of money. She said Aris said she took out $10K from her 401K, so she hopes this works out with this man. I'm like, you took 10 grand. What? Why? Ain't he a big time rapper? He don't have his own money. His fan club couldn't send him some dollars. What are dollars at? Why his fan club for this big time rapper couldn't send him some big time bucks? Why did you have to take out 10K for your 401K for this strange thing you don't really know? And you have to hope and pray. I pray and I hope that it works out. Girl, get out my face, okay? Now, she said, I just know he's a person I am supposed to spend the rest of my life with. I can see that. I know that, okay? Because he is the one for me. I was like, okay, if you say so, I'm gonna let you be. I'm gonna let you live, honey. I hope you do too. Now, he gets out of prison. He looked rough. He looked rough getting out. You hear me? He looked like he's been in prison. He looked like he's been in prison. He does. Okay. Well, let me look at some comments. Let's see. R is beautiful. I think she is too. She's crazy for this one. See him and was like, hell no. To the no. Hell to the no. Okay. I am really going to the new cast. I can say this because we have a whole new cast. I enjoy it a bit more because I'm getting to know everybody, and it ain't these long, drawn out, over produced ragtag continuing on stories. Okay. He was a bit funny. Okay, it was a bit funny or whatever. She knows she messed up. She ain't for him. I think he's just too. He kept talking about sex, and I think she was like, I don't know. He can't do that. Okay, she's from Tampa, like me, and we Floridans are not doing okay with this cold weather. Yeah. It sucks. Okay. I live in Ohio and I've never heard of him. I haven't either. I'm not in Ohio, but I still don't know them. I don't know this man. Who is this rapper? He ain't sexy, but I noticed his big head, not like a Muppet. Now he's a Muppet baby. Okay. But again, that's her man, and she loved him, even though he looked a little bit rough. Now he said, "Look, when I was younger, because he's only 30. When I was younger, I was the wildest bee in the hive." I said, "That's the wildest bee." He said, "Look, I was out here flying weed across the country, okay, left and right, right and left. And one point, the people in the airport smelled the weed in my bag." I said, "First of all, you was only selling weed." I'm like, weed, not even, weed should even really be legal. I mean, I know it is, but I'm like, weed ain't no big deal to me. I feel like unless you have to be transporting like loads and loads and like I had that he had 1,000,000 pounds of weed. That's heavyweight. That's heavyweight. I'm like, I think he may have had like 30 pounds, like 30. Man, that's what Snoop smoke a day. Anyway, but he said because at the airport they smelled the weed in his bag, so he got caught. He tried to run. He got tased. They tased him. Okay, they tased him. It was all bad from there. He got sentenced to 30 months in prison. Now he's out with his new boot thing or whatever. He said, "Look, I like having fun. I like doing wild shit. Okay, like doing wild shit. I'm gonna probably get into some more trouble because I just like doing stuff." I say, when the man is saying he's gonna probably get in more trouble, walk away. Walk away. Because anyone saying, "I'm going to probably do some more dumb shit," girl, you should not want to be attached to it, okay? But they both talking about sex. He want her to ride his face, and she don't mind riding the face or whatever. I'm like, go bang and get it over with, okay? He's a little bitty man too. He's a little short. She's a bit taller than him, not by much, but by a little bit, okay? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? He wants some vagina. He said, "Look, I knew we can probably make it because again, she looked real good. It ain't about how she look. She looked good now. She looked good, but I like the fact that she feel like the homie." Okay, and her like the homie, and I want to bang her, whatever. And she's beautiful. I think it's gonna work. I said, "Okay." So that is Aris and Cameron. Okay, I just feel like it's gonna be some murky stuff eventually. Okay, now we then had Nathan and Skylar. Okay, Skylar ain't out just yet, so we have no photo of her just yet right now. Okay, Nathan is 30. He's a tree trimmer. Look, Nathan is an attractive white man. He does not look like he may do drugs. And then when he was like he trimmed trees, I was like, it just made me giggle. Okay. Anyway, he trimmed trees. Skylar's 27 and she was in for drug possession and obstruction of justice and has 1.5 years, meaning a year and a half. Okay. Now he has elf ears. He has elf ears. It's not a bad thing, but I just noticed that he has elf ears. Okay. Now they've been dating for a year. Okay, she's been in jail, let's say 18 months. Now she was dating his friend, and the friend died. When her boyfriend, who was Nathan's friend, died, he reached out to her just to send condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I'm saying? It's so sad and everything. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, they kind of kept talking, they kept vibing or whatever, and now he's in love. He's in love, okay? And he like, okay, that's fine. Now the gotcha is they started talking while he was also in prison. It's a double elimination prisoner swap. Okay, we was both in prison around here. He was in prison. He did a year in prison because I think it was like for the mishandling of a gun in a car, or whatever. So he just got out of jail a couple months ago. Okay. And he hopes to help her get out and stay out or whatever and be good, good, good. Now, he was out there, shopping with some lady who said, look, he has a history of getting in trouble. Okay. Since he was younger, his mom died when he was younger, and ever since his mom died or whatever, it's been, he's been a little bit bad. So I think him and her are going to have a tricky relationship. Okay. Now, he said at one point they both were in a halfway house and they were able to get together. Okay, but whatever they did when they were together got her in trouble and she went back to jail. Okay, also, both of them used to be on drugs and got clean in prison. And when she called him at one point and he was at the bar with the friends or whatever, she got pissed. I said, why is she so upset? Well, she said it's triggering to me. That's a bad place. I have all these memories, the drinking and the drug and all these things. Now we then find out the friend who she was dating that died, he died from drugs. Okay, I think fentanyl. You know what I'm saying? Now her other ex also died from drugs, kind of the same way. If two of your exes die the same way, I can't be your next ex. I don't want to be the next person dead. Okay. Now, I was like, girl, is you a black widow? What's going on? Because so everybody trying to warn him and tell him, bruh, she's a killer. Okay, her last two exes both died from drug stuff, which probably mean they trying to say, is she the one out here lacing people's drugs or whatever? We don't know. But she's in prison for drug possession. But the fact that he know that her last two boyfriends died from drug stuff, she's still living. And he's now the next boyfriend. So folks is like, sir, we just hope you ain't number three. Okay? Now, instead of him trying to make sure that she don't kill him, he gonna get her an engagement ring because he wants to marry. He wants to propose to the black white widow. I say, don't propose to the black white widow. Don't do that. No, like wait to make sure she don't kill you. Okay? Now, when he went and got the ring, okay, the fact that the lady who worked there was the daughter of a woman who car he stole, I say, sir, you went to get an engagement ring and someone in there was the daughter of a person who car you stole. You not supposed to be proposing to somebody. That's an omen right there. He also seems needy because he keeps saying, tell me you love me. Just tell me you love me. I love you. Do you love me? I love you. You love me. We a happy family. But sir, stop asking her to tell you she love you. Let her tell you on her own. Again, we're going to hope he makes it. Because he said, I feel like I can really build a family with her, be together with her. I feel it in my bones. Okay. I said, all right, so if you want to dance with the black white widow spider, dance with the black white widow spider. Okay. Next we had Ashley and Travis. Is Ashley on drugs? I don't know if she's just a loopy white woman. I don't know if she's just always sleepy. A part of me feel like she may have popped something. I don't know, a pill, a bottle of Dom. I don't know, but she just seemed a little spacey. The do 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 do. It was weird. Okay, now Ashley is 38. She's an antique fine jewelry. Is it purveyor? I don't know. She say how much the jewelry worth. I can't pronounce that word the right way. Leave me be, okay? Travis is 44. He is in jail and has been in jail for 13 years for armed bank robbery. Yep, in prison for the past 13 years for armed bank robbery. I said, first of all, he gonna probably rob her. Second of all, 13 years? Now, he's been in 13 years. They have been dating or messing around for 4 years or whatever. She said a customer of hers, who was his sister, sent her his picture and she said, oh, okay. And she slid into his JPay messages. And they have been together since, okay? He gets out in 2 days. Now, he proposed to her a year ago, whatever. I'm just so scared that people going to find out that he's a bank robber, that he's in prison. I've already spent about $80K. I'm like, $80K? $80,000? $80,000 in 4 years on someone in prison. What the fuck? I was like, are y'all both on drugs? $80,000. What could anybody in prison need 80K for? In the prison system, I don't know. But I said that's why I feel like Ashley may be allegedly on that stuff. Now, what stuff? I don't know. But it's something. It's something, and it don't look. I said $80,000. They gonna think he gonna rob you because he already has. He's already. You don't scream. You don't scream. If you've already spent $80,000 while he was in prison, he's already robbed you. He sent that money to somebody else, and now you're the fool. Okay. Anyway, we also see she talked to her neighbor next door, who's a handyman, and her friends who she worked with. Okay. So handyman name was Martin. Martin's the guy in that little shirt. Martin looked like he little tick tick boom. Okay, Martin looked like he made him saying need to get some. I don't know. He needs something. He needs something. Okay. Now she said that he messaged her or tried to talk to her a couple months ago to for them two to hook up. Okay. And at one point, Travis told her that he don't want her drinking with the ex because if you drink with your neighbor while you have not had sex in a while, you might fuck your neighbor. And I was like, I don't I don't think it's that easy. I don't think it's that easy to just bang the neighbor simply because you haven't. I was like, do you have no confidence that she won't, you know, bang somebody for no reason? But okay. Anyway, the neighbor was supposed to watch her house and watch her dogs while she'd go get her lover man from prison. He then said, well, do you really need me to do that or whatever? She got pissed. So she's kind of giving or having drink with him now to make up for going off on him, being mean to him recently or whatever. And I was like, do you want to bang your neighbor? Now she tells him how, I'm happy you live next door because if Travis, does something, you can protect me. I was like, y'all having sex. It feel like at one point you at least touched his penis or maybe seen it while he peed. I don't know. Something about you can protect me and it's some up between these two and I don't know what. And she tells him how Travis don't want them to be friends, does not really want them to talk or whatever. He's like, I get it. I get it. It's okay. But I want us to all be friends. I'll step out. I'll take a whole step back. I'll back away to give y'all time, be cool or whatever. But I want us to be cool. I don't want no violence. I'm not, okay, see, yep, he's a little bit crazy. And I feel like at one point or the other, Martin and Ashley had sex. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. Now, talking to her friends who she worked with, they're the ones who she actually works with. They sell jewelry together, whatever. And she's like, I just don't want anyone to feel some kind of way, my boyfriend. Oh, don't tell anyone it's a secret. I know there are cameras here. I know there are people all around, but don't tell anyone this secret I'm saying on national television, okay? But, you know, he's in jail, he's in prison. He didn't molest anyone, he didn't murder anyone. He just robbed the bank 15 years. I was like, the fact that she was crying and then, so, he didn't murder anybody. He didn't murder anyone with not molestation. He just robbed the bank. Just 15 years ago, he robbed the bank. He was on drugs, okay? It wasn't that much. You know what I'm saying? I also used to be a party girl. I used to party, but people change. I was like, people do change, but you can't start out crying about the boyfriend who's in prison for bank robbery and you are an antique jewelry person. Okay, he can rob all y'all. All of y'all. I was like, this is going to be a mess. And she always seems like she's high or drunk when she said, and I feel like the reason that man may have said, don't drink with your neighbor, he may know she has a bit of a drinking problem. And I was like, why you keep crying? Girl, stop crying. Now, They ask her, like, do you feel like he could possibly, like, rob you? You know, you have a lot of expensive jewelry. She's, no, I don't know. We're going to work together. We're going to be a tag team back again, duo in the antique jewelry market. I'm like, girl, that's delusion. That is delusion. All up and through. Okay. Now she get to the airport. She lost the luggage got lost. She was crying. Yeah, I can't do this. You know, the luggage has his paperwork. This is too much. I can't take it. They're like, ma'am, the bag will be here about like 11:30 tonight. I'm saying, okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Now he gets out the next day. When I say she was, girl and guys, she was crying as if he was going to prison. I'm like, why are you crying so hard? He's out. He's free. I haven't touched him in 2.5 years. It's just so surreal. I'm just so happy. I was like, so why are you crying? Just please stop. Now he brings up how after being free, after 13 years in prison, he's just a bit of sensory overload. He does not know what to do in the real world. I say, sir, you just got out. You just calm down. Just stop. Okay. He said, I've been getting into trouble since I was around 18 years old. I was on drugs or whatever. I've been locked up 5 times for drinking, driving drunk, stealing cars, forging documents. It was like 3 counts of highway. I said, I need to Google what the difference between highway robbery. I'm like, is that robbing someone on the highway? I don't know. But again, he said it was a couple counts for highway robbery and then the bank robbery. I said, well, sir, is you good at robbing people? He said, no, I'm not. Every time I do a robbery, I get caught doing it, or there's enough evidence to where it's probably me, and I plead it out to not be. I was like, oh, so you was okay. It's a lot. Now he also brings up how when she first messaged him, she told him, you can't talk to anybody but me. You can only be with me. And then he said, who the hell does she tell me I can only be her? He said, then she sent me a picture of herself. Her eyes were so beautiful. And so from that moment on, I never talked to anybody else again. And I want to fully be there for her, how she's been there for me for the past 4 years. And look, can they make it? Probably. It's possible. But why does she look like the person who may be going back to prison and he looked like someone who would date somebody in prison? I was like, somebody fix it. Somebody fix it. Because I was like, I just don't. It's a mess. It's a mess. Okay. Now, speaking of, well, it's not a mess. I think they may be my favorite couple, Justine and Michael. Now, I don't want things to go because, well, they're my favorite couple because I feel like they both care for each other. Some kids, though, balancing them kids and meshing the family life is where I feel like it may be something in the water. I don't know. Okay. Justine and Michael, they were on the last season of Love during Lockup. I did not watch it or whatever. Now, she met him through his mom. Okay. She was co-working with his mom. The mom mentioned how she had a son, and she said, well, hook me up. What he looked like. Now, she said she'd already found him on IG. She knew what he looked like, and that's probably why she said, hook me up, because he was a handsome gentleman, back then. He's a handsome gentleman now. Okay, don't get me. Look, Michael is good. I think once he's fresh out of prison, he gets some of that prison, darkness off of him. Because in prison, they always look really, really a different color. It's like a prison. Prison has a dingy tinge to your skin tone. Okay, this is a bit of the dinge once you come around here. Okay, but anyway, she said, she found out what he looked like, whatever. Said, Mama, hook me up with your son. Okay, after 3 visits of knowing him and knowing him for 9 days, he asked her to marry him, and that was 3 years ago. Okay, and now they're married. They got married in the prison last episode, well, not last episode, the last season of Love during Lockup. So they're recently married. Now he has 4 kids with 2 women. Okay, his 2 younger children are the same age because he was out here being a fuckboy. Okay. And she has 3 children by 2 men, one of them being an ex husband, but neither of her kids' fathers are in the kids' lives. So they have they're now a family of 9, 7 kids and 2 adults. Okay. Now he say how much him said he loved her and how I forgot. They out. Boom, he out. Um, she came and picked that man up in a cat suit and gloves and boots. And I don't know if that's her car, if it's a rental, I'm not sure. It's a nice little car. But again, she came to pick him up like Eartha Kitt. My kids died. Okay, I was like, Lord Jesus, okay, what is going on here? Now again, he's a handsome young man. Hey, he's a handsome young man. Thank you, Summer. I was a lot of bit pissed and put up YouTube and look who's laughing. It's me. It's me. Okay. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Okay. Um, I'm not thinking. But again, I was like, but she looked good though. Okay, she looked good or whatever. But again, he's happy she's there. He loves her. She's been great to me. I want to be great to her. He's been getting in trouble since he was 18. And because times was hard, they needed money. So he started selling drugs. Okay, he started selling drugs, and then he was arrested at 29 years old and went to prison for these past 6 years. He said, but nobody can, convince me to ever sell drugs again. I'm done. Done, 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 done. Okay. And I was like, I mean, he seemed like he mean it. A lot of folk get out of jail and be like, I ain't never going back, but they don't sound convincing. He did. He said, can't nobody convince me to sell drugs. I think he must have had a hard time in prison because I had to be there for these motherfuckers. I didn't want to be around or whatever. I ain't never going back. I ain't never going back. Okay. Now, the fact that he like, he sir, put the jury away. You look like a drug dealer. Okay, you look like a drug dealer, okay? But they just want to have sex, in my opinion, real quick. But they had to wait, okay? Now to get back to her house, he also brought up how for him, he has to get to know his kids all over again. He loved being a father, and the worst part about being in prison was being away from his kids. So that's why I say he sound like he ain't trying to go back at all. And back at the house, saying, she's like, I got you a yoga mat because he said, like, in prison, what they sleep on is like a yoga mat. It's, that's what it is. So I like that she said, I got you a yoga mat in case, you may not feel comfortable in my bed. So you may want to sleep how you've been sleeping for a while. So I got you a yoga mat. I'm like, oh, that was cute. It was nice. Now she wants to show him how the shower works, meaning she wanted to have sex, okay? But he did not want to have sex in the shower. I think he did not want to get caught by the kids. Okay. He said, no, let's just wait till we go to the hotel. Because she was like, well, we're going to go to the hotel tonight to have some alone. Because she has 3 children. So to really have real sex, okay, you have to be alone without the kids around. So you're going to go to the hotel. So he wants to wait until then or whatever. Okay. In the hotel, the sex happens. Now, there was a scene where her 2 of her sons came home. The one son who got there, the first son, who I'm gonna say maybe the oldest, he gonna be an issue. He is very attached to his mom. You can tell he does not really want to share, her time. Even though he was happy to see Michael, was his name Michael? Yeah, he was happy to see Michael. It's not as if he don't like Michael, but it seemed like, because he said that I was the oldest, I was the bed of the house, and now I'm not that anymore because he's here, and I'm not gonna call him dad. I was like, it's gonna be a battle. The younger son came in and said it was, he was happy that he was there, but it's different for him to be here and not on the phone or not, where we're at. Now she went to the cat suit. Yeah, I do feel like her son is not feeling it. But I feel like it's first day because all that happened the first day. And kids is weird. Kids don't really like change that often or whatever. So, and I also think when Michael was saying like, be sure to be good or whatever and to behave like, we have to. Did they set an example? Something he said, but I'm like, Michael, you may not want to come in, so quick to be like, what I'm saying, giving like orders. Okay, because every time I seen the son grab her arm, like, Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. Mom, I love you. And I was like, he really wants the attention to him and not to Michael. So that's going to be something to watch. Okay, we're going to see how that goes. But hopefully, what I'm saying, things go smooth. But again, I like them as a couple so far, but I'm hoping. I feel like some BS gonna happen eventually, but I'm hoping they can make it work. Let's get to Monique and Derek. Look, I really hope the lady did not catfish this man. I really hope she did not hoodwink and bamboozle this man, because I do not believe in plus size people not being open and honest about being plus size. Okay, you should not do that, because y'all know it should not the thing to do. You should not trick people into not knowing what you look like. If you are a short man, do not send me photos of you that make you look tall. Okay, if you happen to be a plus size person, do not send photos that make it look like you are not the size that you are. Okay, it's the main reason that for me, I am always posting full body pictures so no one can ever say, oh, she tried to make it seem like this or that. No, not at all. You should not do that. You should never mislead people at all, because you don't want. It's one thing if people just assume, oh, I thought you was taller. I thought you was taller because you just started versus someone saying, I'm 5'10", and you show up and you 5'2". I'm like, nigga, that was a lie. Okay, so something about how is all this reference to will he like you got me thinking, um, maybe she lied. Maybe she lied. Okay, now she wait, I gotta scroll down. Monique said she's never spent more than 2 days in a row with the man because she will always like, all right, you gotta go. I'm like, Monique, you should not be just fucking and saying get out of my face, okay? But she meant more than 2 days in a row with somebody. Okay, now she say, but now I'm in love. I'm in love with this man who has been in jail for 9 years and gets out in 3 days. Now, Monique, 34, she's an animal hospital receptionist. Okay, Derek is 29. He was in there for drug possession and distribution, and he's been in there for 9 years. He got locked up when he was 19. Okay, 19. He's now 29. That man is a baby. When anybody go to prison that young, and they're in there for that long, to me, in their mind, they are still 19 because they have not experienced the world yet. So I feel like he don't need no girlfriend. He need to get out and grow. He need to get out and grow up, because again, he was in at 19. He's now 29. That man ain't lived at all. Okay, now they have been dating for 2.5 years, but they have never met in person. Okay, they have never met in person. And she said, okay, that she was on Facebook. She was bored one night, scrolling on Facebook or whatever. She found him on it. She found a prison pen pal Facebook group, and she found him in that prison pen pal Facebook group, but they've never met in person. And yeah, I thought he looked like the last. I thought them two dudes. I thought they was the same people. Okay, top corner and bottom corner. Okay, top corner right, bottom corner left. I thought for a second they were the same people until I was like, oh no, they're not. They both they had a little same feature, but they two different people. Okay, but she said she sent him photos of her face, of her breast, of her coochie, and her butt, and I was like, that's really specific. Like, I also feel like, okay, the face photo, depending on what angle she used, I mean, I don't. It was how she said, because like, let's have a bit of an honest moment. Okay, let's have a bit of y'all ready for an honest moment. As a plus size person, when someone says, "Hey, I sent the person pictures of my face, of my boobs, okay, my butt, and my cooch." There's a way that someone may not know that you're plus size from that. When you say as a plus size person, no, I sent them photos of me, meaning a full body picture. I sent them a full body photo of my ass, meaning this is me from the back. I sent them pictures of my boobs, meaning it's me open from. You know what I'm saying? It was how she worded it that made me feel like, as a fellow plus size woman, she sent edited photos that he may not fully know her actual size, and plus size women, we don't have issues getting men. So I never feel like it's the right thing to do to, kind of catfish someone into thinking that you may be different or whatever. It's like, no, like, just get with someone who likes plus size women. Because what's the point of trying to fake the funk? That's just stupid. But I'm like, when she said, I was like, oh, she sounds like she sent that man some catfish stuff and she just waiting for the shoe to drop. Okay. Now, she was meeting with her friends and her sister, whatever, and the friends and the sister was like, so like, what if you don't like him? And she said, of course I'm gonna like him. It's okay. What if he don't like you? Have you thought about that? And she's like, well, I'm trying to be positive. It won't be no issue, whatever. I'm just gonna be positive about things. Now, he works out a lot, but he's in prison. Okay. I don't know how much he worked outside of prison. I don't know if he was a gym rat outside of prison, but in prison, all you have time to do is like read books and work out. So, that's what it is. But she said how he wants her to get into shape and he wants her to be, all weight working out. I'm like, that may not be a thing. Everyone, look, some people like working out all the time. Some people don't. Some people have to. Okay. And you don't want to do it all the time. So she probably can't work out as hard and as often as you do right now. Like, she can work up to that, but sir, that let me know he may not know her actual size. Okay. But the friends is like, look, he's a small guy. And he might not be into her because she's a plus athlete or whatever. And because they don't know if she sent him a full body picture for him to see how she actually looks. Okay? Because look, for some folk, it does matter. I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is, you can't tell me that you 6 foot tall and you show up and you 5'2". That's a lie. That's a lie. You hear me? So, she really is into him. And she really feel like, he wants me to get in shape or whatever. He likes me, but I was recently diagnosed with diabetes. I have sleep apnea. And so I want to do better, you know what I'm saying? And that she said, I also admit that I would lie to him about working out. Like, he'll ask me and I'll say, yeah, I've been working out. And she had not. I was like, You can't see you lying. You already admitted to lying. So I feel like you did not send them the picture. And so she went to see um, a doctor at a weight loss clinic. She wants to do weight loss stuff, whatever. Okay, and Derek is on the phone. He wants to be there for her and stuff. Okay, now she said, now this is the part I felt bad because she said, you know what I'm saying. I was always plus size, but it got worse in 2017. I was pregnant. I had my daughter premature. She died. She died 3 days later. I was depressed. That was 2017. Then COVID happened and it further, she was in the house. So she was just eating and eating and eating. And she said she gained 150 pounds from 2017 until whenever the show was shot. And because, again, little bit of depression. I was like, okay. Now the doctor tell her, like, look, if you do a 12-week program, it'll be about $4,500 or whatever. And he like, but wait a minute, what if she like to drink? Shit, like how could she drink? And still they were like, no, drinking won't help or whatever. He's okay, because I'm gonna be her trainer or whatever, and I'm gonna get her in shape. And he like, I'm going to be the one helping her get better. And I was like, I just don't see this going well. Okay, thank you, Summer, for some chats. Okay, episode 31 and 32, but it's season 4. If I extend almost 50 minutes, yes. Yes. It's a B of the S. It's a complete B of the S, complete B of the S of the damn show. Okay. But yes, it is sad because I think when she said, like, I was always plus size, yes, but I gained 150 pounds because of depression with losing my child and then COVID. And so I was like, it's so sad because depression is hard to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like I wish she would have been able to snap out of it sooner. And I feel like a man ain't the reason to, like, you should do this for yourself. And I feel like she's doing all of this now for him. Okay. If she was talking to him for 2 years, she should get her mind. She should got her mind, body, and soul right before he came home. That's why I think she ain't keeping it real with him. She isn't. And that's the sad part because I just it's not going to end well. Oh no, someone God knows. Okay, no. Trust, I knew you was not talking about me. Absolutely. I'm saying it's them in this damn show in these episodes and all this crazy. So you're fine. You're fine. Yeah, I do think she needs more therapy for sure. But as much as she's saying how, I'm doing it for me, I'm like, it's for him. It's for him. And the fact that she's hoping it could be some quick fix, I'm like, girl, it won't be. Because it just won't be. Okay. So Derek is getting out the following day. Okay. And look, I had to battle with myself because I never like people are cruel with plus size folks. And I felt like, damn, I'm hate because they had her in the car in the front seat. Like if I put this full picture up, folk gonna talk shit. So I just kind of cropped it. You know what I'm saying? But again, a piece of me feel like she has not been honest with him about stuff. So as a plus size person, I refuse to, because look, my rule as a plus size, my mom will tell y'all, my rule is do not take not nan photo of me sitting down. Because if you do not know this, no matter what size you are, sitting down makes you look scrunched up. Okay, you always stand up and elongate. Okay, so the fact that she in the car, I was like, they is just gonna make her look bigger and bigger. Okay, but she is a plus size woman. We ain't gonna act like we don't see that. Okay, but I want to be real cautious about, you know what I'm saying, showing a photo of her because I did not want folks going in talking about how plus size she is. We don't do that here. Okay, but Derek gets out tomorrow, so her and her sister are going to drive to Ohio because she's going to be there for 2 weeks. And she said, I don't think we're going to have any issue being together because I think it's coming. I said, girl, I think you, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Now, she also bought cameras to put up in that man grandma's house because she wants to catch him if he cheating or whatever. I said, girl, how you gonna go? What? First of all, how you don't even know that man grandmama? You cannot put cameras in somebody else's house. That's illegal. That's illegal. Okay. I feel like it's illegal or whatever. Okay. But she also brings up how I just want to be sure he ain't doing shit wrong or whatever. I was like, get out my face. Okay. Now, also on the drive down, the sister, Derek calls. So they're on the phone or whatever, and the sister brings up how, Derek don't like her. He said, no, I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Well, you was saying how, you know what I'm saying, you think she should not be hanging out with us, you know what I'm saying, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they is really fussing. So Derek feel like she goes out too much. She hangs out too much. And they like, we are sisters. We're family. She should be able to hang out with us, whatever. You be tripping all the time. Now he said, well, no, we trying to build a bond. And if me and her want to build a bond, we can't do that if she always hanging. I'm like, sir, you can't want her to be in the house all the time because you in prison. Yeah. Production ain't shit. Okay. Production ain't shit. Period. They also zoomed in on her because of the belt extension. I think she went live complaining about that, the way they edited her. I feel, look, that's why I felt like I want to be cautious in the photos I put up of her because I'm not going to allow anyone to ridicule her because of her weight. I'm big too. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't having that. Now, is she bigger than me? Yes. But does that matter? No. The point is, there were other angles they could have shown her from to not make her look as bad as these shots made her look. And anyone who attempts to come around here and fashion her will get cussed out real fast by me. Okay. That's also why I feel like I hate the fact that it's coming off as if she catfished that man. And I won't say catfish, but she's maybe not fully told him exactly how she looked. And she may have sent him some edited photos, but we don't know that yet. You know what I'm saying? But, back to her sister and man arguing. What I like about the sister's like, look, he not going to come around here and be talking to me any kind of way, okay? Period. Because he got upset and hung up. Because the sister was like, well, first of all, you know what I'm saying? You can't force her to not spend time with us because you don't feel like she should be able to go out. That ain't gonna happen. And he got mad, okay? And it's like he had that attitude, okay? He was rude. I ain't for that shit. And he can't be on at me and raise his voice at me. And when Monique said, well, you don't know how to handle him, it lets me know that's how he talks to her. And she's used to, because my thing is, you can't fuss at my sister. Not on my watch, not on my phone, ain't gonna happen. So the fact that Monique didn't say, hey, well, look, y'all ain't finna fuss, I'm not gonna allow anyone to not, who wants to control what I do. That ain't gonna happen. But Monique kind of just sat there and just was like, she said nothing. And I was like, okay, whatever. But again, I was like, girl, bye. So they got to the hotel and she told us how she spent $1,000 on him so far, and also how she had gifts for him that day because as she said he fresh out of prison, so I have to get him stuff whatever he been gone. She spent $5,000 on stuff for him for the day he getting out, and I was like, I was like, no, he's using you because for why? Like, I'm just like, for why? Like, you've spent 10 grand already and another 5 grand on stuff right now. I was like, what for what? I was like, I feel bad for her because I have not went to Twitter and in the comments or whatever at all because I hadn't watched the show until tonight, and I feel like folk gonna tear her down. Okay, they're going to be like, rip her to shreds. It's one respect, Jay. Y'all know on the platform I was talking about. Yeah, look, it's okay, Summer. It's great, girl. We love you. Agreed, Elite. She probably told him how she looks, and he knows she's not a smart woman, but she's been lying about the gym, and she plans to control. She plans to be controlling with him, and it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Because anyone can say, I'm plus size. But you have plus size and you have plus size. You have plus. Like, there's different forms of plus size. So you should always just send a naked photo, cover your head. just send a naked picture and cover your face, okay? So that way no one can say I had no idea what size you were. Because a lot of, look, trust and believe. Men like us, you know what I'm saying? Regardless. So you should never have to force or lie or deceive someone into not fully knowing what you look like to the point to where they now care for you. And when they meet you, they may just be shocked. Now, this is the gotcha. If he's never asked her for a full body picture, he may not care. And if he ever asked her for a full body picture and she didn't send it, that's on him. Because for me, I have to see it all. Okay. I just want to see it. You have to see it, okay? People can't focus on other characteristics when someone is big. They consider that a character flaw by itself. Check away. Yeah, and I feel like to me, a person's weight isn't the biggest character flaw. Their character can be the flaw. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I feel like people think some folk may be ugly, but that don't stop them from being likable because they're great people. So I feel like beauty is for sure in the eye of the beholder, but you can't be around here feeling like they ain't gonna like how I look. So let me lie about it, or kind of just be a little bit deceptive, and then say, "Well, I told you I was plus size. You did, but you didn't. You didn't specify because the photo you sent me made you look slimmer." And it may be a person who likes someone who's a slimmer plus size person. They may not want a bigger plus. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a way to love what they love and or whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. Right. You can't take that grand $10,000. $10,000. It's a lot. Do you think that was him in that van? That I don't know, but that part we didn't see it just yet. I don't know. It could be not. But the sister then said, I can't believe she spent $5,000 on his stuff today. She did not give my son, her nephew, no damn birthday gift last week. I said, not. I wish I would get a man a gift and my nephew don't. What? Girl, priorities, okay? So she also got them an iPhone. Where she posted online saying production didn't use her full size pics Creating a narrative. Oh. Okay. Well, when that man come on the screen, we're gonna see if it's production or not. you know, I believe we know. I'm trying to think of the right way to be sure I'm not trying to shade anybody. Production for sure creates a narrative, for sure. Um, but it's also how she was explaining what she sent him. It's also the friend saying, like, will he like you? So I just want to see how he reacts to her. And as long as he reacts to her in a way that lets us know, no, he knew her size, that he didn't care. Okay, even if it's making us think he don't know, and then once he sees her, he's happy. I don't mind that at all. But again, all of this is going to depend on how he reacts when he sees her. Because if people like, who the fuck is this bitch? Who is she? Who is that? That's Monique. Oh, she looked. You know what I'm saying? It'll all be like that. But if he see her and he's like, baby, yeah, give me the loving. It's like whatever she sent him, he's okay with it. Whatever she said, he fine with it, whatever. He don't care. He don't mind. But yeah, I'm not surprised that because production always puts forth a narrative based on whatever they're given. So we shall see. Okay, we shall see. But her and this iPhone that she got him, where she around here, she's like, I'm gonna have a password on him. I'm gonna keep tabs on him. I'm gonna cut on the location on him. Okay, and then the phone is in my name. So when he called anybody, my name will show up. And I said, well, I do feel like if the phone is in your name should show up. And I also feel like, girl, I don't want to sneak shit. I don't want to sneak locate you. I don't want to sneak and be tracked. I don't want to sneak and put cameras in your grandma's house. Don't want to do that. But again, we will see what happened between Monique and Dick. I believe next episode he'll be getting out because he did not get out this episode. But we will see what happens next time. Okay. Lastly, Gabby and Chris. This shit is the delusional stuff I was talking about. I want y'all to take 1 second and like the video. Gabby and Chris. I remember Gabby from Love during Lockup, that I kind of sort of watched. And Gabby got on my nerve then. And Gabby is getting on my nerve now. Okay, now y'all may not remember Gabby. Gabby looks a bit different. Okay, Gabby had surgery on her face. Okay, so we know Gabby met Chris through her cousin. Her cousin, baby daddy, was in jail. Chris was the baby daddy's cellmate, and Chris has been in jail for 5 years. And on Love during Lockup, you know what I'm saying? It was some crazy shit. Now, Chris is finna get out. She went and got her vagina made anew. She wouldn't get whatever rejuvenation to make her vagina seem like it's a virgin. Got her booty hole bleached. All this stuff I did not need to know. Okay. Now she also does not like his family and said they're all drama. Okay. His family thinks that she uses him for money because he won a lawsuit against the prison because the prison people beat him up. He won $150,000. Okay, he gave her half the money, And she went and spent it all. And now all the money is gone. The whole 150K is gone. Okay. And now she's been the one paying for everything. I think it's dumb for someone to win $150,000 for them to know he getting out and no one thought to save nothing. And he was dumb enough to give all the. I was like, that don't make no damn sense. Now, she had surgery. She spent $30,000 on surgery, okay, on her face, on stuff, her body, her face, everything, okay. She had a chin done, her jawline, her under eye, her cheeks, her lips injection, Botox, and eyebrow lift. Chris, at this point, had not seen her new face. Girl, I just. Gabby gets on my nerve. Fully gets on my nerve. Okay. Now she picked up his mom and his sister. Okay. Mom and sister, we know they don't really get along at all. They don't like her. She don't like them. It is what it is. And in my opinion, he plays the middle ground to kind of not help them get along because whoever he talking to at the time is who he, pacifies. If it's the mom and them, mom's okay. It's fine. And vice versa. Okay. The fact that she said this is going to be a hard trip because I have these two trolls in my car. I was like, bitch, what? Trolls? You called my mom and my sister some trolls. Look, when I saw this episode, if I was his mama or the sister or him, not him, because he can't put his hands on a woman. But if I was a sister, I would have beat Gabby's ass. Me and Gabby would have been scrapping. It would have been a tussle. Because did you call my mama a troll? Let me push you down the stairs of pillows. Okay, not two trolls in the car. Girl, he bought the car. Now, the mom and the sister does tell Chris, you know what I'm saying? Look, she on some bullshit. Okay, she on some bullshit. But no, they tell Gabby that Chris is gonna fuck at you because of that work to your face. Okay, your mouth look crazy, whatever. You had work done. He gonna be upset. He gonna fight. He can't kiss you, because her face does look different. She like a duck. She looked like on DuckTales. Ooh, she looked like what's her name, Angelica? She looked like Angelica from DuckTales. If you Google DuckTales and the evil witch lady, I think her name was Angelica. That's who she looked like. Okay. Anyway, so the mom and sister just don't feel like she's a good fit for him. They don't feel like she's right or whatever. They feel like she using him, get all their money from him or whatever, and now they ain't gonna work out. Okay, she ain't shit. We don't like her. Gabby said, I don't care. I don't care how they feel. I don't care. Okay. And they're gonna feel stupid when me and Chris get married right out of prison. The fact that they get married right out of prison and she and Chris has not told his mom and sister is horrible. It's horrible. That man, how long was in prison? He's been in prison for 6 years. And you are driving to pick him up, and you know for a fact that you have a whole pastor, magistrate, someone to marry y'all, and you are purposefully not telling his mom and his sister that you plan to marry that man at the bus station, right out of prison. So the following morning, Chris calling, and Chris is like, hey, I got out early, or no, they're taking me to a different bus station or whatever. So wherever they are, he's not going to be about 2 hours away. And he going to get there in about 3 hours. So they not have to drive somewhere else. The mom and the sister like, we eating. Like it's in the morning time. We just found out we're getting breakfast. Okay. And we'll still get there when we get there. We'll get there before the bus get there, but calm the fuck down. But Gabby all up, oh no, we gotta go, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm like, And where he is 2 hours away. He won't even be there for 3 hours. Why are you fussing at us for this finishing our breakfast? Now, could mom and sister got the breakfast to go? Absolutely. They absolutely could. My thing is, why are you? It was how she was talking to them as if they were children, trying to work. I want to get there before he's there. I'm like, why? Why? He can't go nowhere. He been in prison for 6 years. He can wait. They not doing shit without trying to make sure they got some food in their system before they're driving 2 hours away. And it ain't they fault that the plans changed that morning. Bitch, don't rush me. It's my son and my brother. You know we want to get to him. Okay? Now, she acting like they get on my nerve. They are getting on my nerve. And the mama is like, no, she been being a bitch. Gabby had been being a bitch, and they just was not trying to play with her. They was like, girl, get out of our face, leave us alone. You been a bitch all night. Leave me alone. Okay, leave me alone. Get out of my face or whatever. And so when she tried to rush them, she tells Chris, they trying to fight me. No, they're not taking. They're not hurrying up. I was like. This is the worst case of three people who do not need to be in the same car at the same time that I've ever seen. Everyone was on their own time. And I'm like, either way it go, y'all are on your way to get Chris. It should not be this much of an argument. Okay, them not wanting to rush and eat breakfast, her trying to rush them from eating breakfast, but all the while, give them 10 minutes. Say, hey, if y'all can get y'all food in 10 minutes, we have to go. But you can't make it seem as if everybody has to be on your time. And mama, sister, y'all can't be taking your time as if y'all have forever. But I felt like when they said he 3 hours away, it's gonna take us 2 hours to get there. We have time to sit and eat. Like we don't have to get there and then sit and wait for him to get there. I was like, girl, it's messy. So they fussing and whatever. They fussing. They eventually get to the car. Honey, they get to the car. And now they're in the car, but Gabby ass don't want to get in the car and leave. She wants to fuss and argue about it took y'all so long and why this and y'all I was fucking with me and y'all complain about me and blah 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 blah. Then said I ain't going nowhere. Y'all gotta get out. Okay, I ain't riding with y'all. Y'all have to get out of the car. This said, you girl, look, I will bust all the windows out this car. I ain't going nowhere. I'm like, why y'all fussing? Now, Gabby then walked away and went and found security thinking at the cops saying, are y'all the police? Can you escort them out my car? They're like, ma'am, call the actual police, okay? I'm like, why would you call the police on your supposedly about to be husbands, mama and sister, on the day he gets out? Why would you want to even think of that? And she said, I don't like the police. I can't call the police. But I'm like, it was dumb. She calling Chris. They calling Chris. I'm like, why? Ain't he on the bus getting, girl? It was the stupidest shit. It was the dumbest shit for her to be fussing at them about wanting them to get in the car. They're not in the car. You now want to kick them out the car. You then fussing on the phone with Chris about them. Okay. Then said how they sitting up there like pigs in a, I said, bitch, pigs in a blanket. Hold on. The minute I saw this episode and saw how she was talking about my mother and my sister, I would have had the closest female in my vicinity, in my family, to ragtag that ass. Because, no, I'm sorry. He should leave her. Look, you can't be with me if you can't respect my family. You cannot like my folk, but you can call them trolls. Now they pigs in the blanket. They're being disrespectful. They're so rude. Okay. Once I see you speaking about my mama, I can't fuck with you. I can't. I can't. We're done. You don't respect my mother and my sister. Okay. Now, here comes sister. The sister come up. You know what I'm saying? And for her, she like, look, What's your problem? Okay, you have an attitude or whatever. Your attitude is fucked up. Okay, and you talking to us like we're kids and we're grown. So like when you ready to leave to get your supposed to be husband, we will be in the car. The car he paid for. And she then walked away. I said, when you ready to stop having the fucking tantrum, we sit in the car waiting on you. Waiting on you. The car he paid for, okay? And then Chris calls either the mama or Gabby. They both fussing or whatever. And they like, look, she tripping. Gabby tripping, call that bitch, let her know, let's go. And he calls her. He said, hey, get in the car, come on. And now, look, if I was Chris's sister, I would have already beat Gabby ass beforehand, before the day. And she would never have spoken to me or my mom like that ever. Because I've already beat your ass one time. I told you had one time to speak negatively about my mama, and it's going down. And how she got back to the car, and the mama was like standing at the back of the car, and the mom said, "Okay, like what's going on? We're leaving. Get a car." Who are you talking to? Don't tell my mama get a car. Don't talk to my parent like that. She's very disrespectful. And again, if I was Chris's sister, me and Gabby would have already ragtagged. Okay, it would have already went down. I would have already beat her ass and say, look, if you speak to my mama, if you speak about my mama like that again, I'm gonna continue to ragtag that ass until you learn. Watch your mouth. Cause Gabby don't have to like that man mama. She don't have to like her sister. She don't have to like any of them. None of them have to like each other, but you will respect my mama. Or it's gonna be a lot of fights going on and I'm gonna beat your ass every time. Every time. And I feel like this ain't gonna work because everybody is waiting on Chris to fix the other person's attitude. Because again, Chris' family ain't perfect either, but Gabby's a bitch. She's a brat. She's a baby, and she wants attention. She wants all the attention from Chris. The fact that he said when we get there, I'm gonna be the first one to hug him. I was like, I would trip you. Gabby would have got the card out straight. Oops. Girl, how you fall? Girl, get up. What is you doing? Anyway, he's out. Okay. Chris is out. And Gabby to me is a Debbie Downer. Okay. I feel like she was also happy to hug him first. But the moment his mom and sister was just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? The fact that she had an attitude, I'm like, why are you upset? Because he's seeing his mama and this bitch, his mama birthed him. What is wrong with you? Okay. Now, Chris brings up how, again, he was beaten up in prison, won the money. Okay. He split the money. He said, I split the money and between my mama and Gabby. But now I wish I had that money because I was like, why did nobody, the fact that his mama and girlfriend, no one saved nothing for him because the fact that the mama, the sister, and Gabby had to share a hotel room proves to me no one thought anything about Chris. Okay, the fact that she had a regular ass old Navy jumpsuit, not jumpsuit, girl, a little jogging suit. I'm like, not the girl anyway. Spent that money on he don't have shit to show for it. He got his ass beat in prison and he had nothing to show for it at all. But that's on you. So again, he round here so he was in prison and he was in girl solitary confinement 3 times, and at one point he did 270 days straight. I was like, that is a crime. No one should be alone like that in the hole, not at all. Okay, but he out. He definitely looks different than he did from 6 years ago. Okay, prison has for sure. You know what I'm saying? he lost weight. It seems okay. I'm gonna leave that be. But he said he loved Gabby, whatever, and how great she looked, or whatever, because she was so great, boobs and butt or whatever, that he knew he could be with her. They then try to have sex in the bathroom because he want to go change clothes. And she followed him in there. And security said, "No, not on my watch. Get out of here. That is not going to happen here. Why are y'all trying to fuck in the bathroom with cameras?" That's stupid. They then walked around the corner at the bus station, and on the corner of the bus station, they went and got married. The efficient lady who Gabby called and said, "Hey, can you meet us here in a couple hours?" She said, "Cool, okay." Gabby never told his mama or sister that they were getting married. Never. She purposefully did not let them know that her and Chris were going to get married right when he got out. And so when they came from, because they went and thanked for him to change clothes. And when they came out, they walked past his mom and his sister, and they're like, "Where they going?" "I don't know." And they know what's going on. And they walked around the corner, like literally on the streets, got married. And he said, I'm disappointed that my mom and my sister is in the car. Why won't they be here for me?" I'm like, do you know they don't know what's happening? And he kept looking around like, what the heck? He kept looking, but they was in the car, and they in the car saying, "Where they at? What's going on? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna work out or whatever. Forever. As long as she's with him, she's gonna have to deal with us." And he keep looking for them to pop up, and Gabby just smiling because this bitch sat there and purposefully made sure that his mother and his sister were not there when he got married. And once he finds out that she did not tell them, if he don't cuss her ass out, he ain't shit. Because it's one thing for her to say, "I want to be the first one he hugged," cool. But why would you not tell them, "Hey, we right over here getting married"? And he thinking they just didn't get out the car. They just did not want to. He probably think they're mad and don't want to come support me marrying her. And I was like, first of all, I thought for it to be legal, it had to be two people watching. I guess production, I don't know. But if the mama or the sister ragtag that ass, I ain't gonna feel bad. And I know violence is not the way, but you took a moment from that man's mother that he can't get back, that she can't get back. Even if y'all have another wedding that's more, formal, whatever. When he got married, you purposefully did not tell the mama, who was 50 feet away, who just did not know the fact that she walked away to call the officiant before they drove to the city to say, "Hey, meet us here." She made sure to do that with the mom and the sister could not hear. Girl, again, watching this episode as his mom and his sister, me and Gabby, we fighting. At the next family function, she can't come because we gonna all jump on her. The whole family gonna jump your wife. So do not bring her. We are mad at her. We are mad at you because you saw what she did and saw what she was saying, and you ain't checked her. So again, if mama or sister, you know what I'm saying, little fight happen, I'ma say you should have told them, "Hey, guess what? We're getting married." They still would have been shocked, but at least they would have had the option to either come and participate or not. So Gabby ain't shit, and I feel like I'm gonna be reading her after filth this whole season, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay, but anyway, y'all, that was the whole episode. Again, we have at least six, because sometimes y'all know they add more folk later on, but then we have these six people around here who, as we see, all get out because they all have a confessional look. We're gonna see what happens this season. So I will see y'all later. Okay. Um, it is almost Christmas. It is 10:49 here. I probably would not be my mama. My mama may force me to go live tomorrow. I don't know. Mama, I do not want to go live tomorrow. So I will probably see y'all on Monday. I want to wish all the JayBirds, all the folk watching us, okay, everybody, a happy and Merry Christmas or Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Happy that to you. I love you all. Okay, I love you all. We're gonna hope that it gets less cold tomorrow since I have to leave the house. But again, good tidings of liquor and joy. I know they want to say. It's good tidings of comfort and joy. But happy, 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 happy holidays. Again, I will be back on live on Monday. I will have new episode reviews of the show every Saturday afternoon and stuff. But Merry Christmas. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to like the video. Merry Christmas. Good night. Jolly old Saint Nick and all those things and whatever. I love you all. Good times. Gotta go. Love you all. Bye.